Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be talking about the new schedule for the channel as of fall 2018. So this is going to start taking effect a little bit this week, and then we're going to go on this more permanent schedule moving into next week. So I'm going to talk about sort of what's going on, why the schedule's changing, what the schedule's going to be, and then sort of what the time frame is to moving back towards our more standardized schedule. Okay, but first of all, I'm going to start off with the context, then we'll move on to the new stream schedule here. Okay, so the context is, for those of you that don't know on the channel, I am a college instructor. I am an adjunct. I am not a tenured faculty member. I'm not going to go into exactly what all that means. I talk about that a lot on the channel for people that ask. But basically, I'm a contract worker. People sign me for a semester, sometimes for a year, but I don't have guaranteed employment. And that is the case with most people who teach at universities. And as sort of a corollary to that, I do not get paid very much at all. Like, I would literally make more if I worked at McDonald's most of the time. And a lot of adjuncts would. And so those two contexts are really important to keep in mind for what I'm about to sort of share with you. So my former university did not renew my contract. I've taught at this school for 5 years, 6 years now, and I won Teacher of the Year a couple of years ago. You can only win that award once. I get crazy good reviews, all of this stuff. But anyways, for whatever reason, I know reasons, but I'm not gonna talk about it. I disagree with those reasons, but they didn't renew my contract. So I mean, that's all that you need to know that matters. So I don't have employment in the fall with the university that I taught at my current location. Okay. My wife and I have wanted to move back down to Tennessee, which is where we're both from, that area. And, we are just kind of waiting on me to, finish up my teaching here, finish up my dissertation. I still haven't finished the dissertation, but I can work on that at a distance. But we've wanted to go down there, so we kind of had an option to where I could try to apply to universities up here. Once I learned that my former university didn't want to renew my contract, I could have applied to other universities around the area. But after talking with my wife, we both just decided, hey, let's just go ahead and try to get a university down where we want to move back to, Tennessee, right? Let's just get this ball rolling. I can work on my dissertation remotely, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and get my foot in the door at a couple of universities down there. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next phase, to the next stage, right, in our life, in our evolution here. So that's what we decided to start doing. We started doing that in the spring, and my wife has not yet found a job. She got some really good interviews down there, but, the core context here is my wife makes most of the money between us, right? So like I said, I don't make a lot teaching. I just really love to teach. She supports me in that. She thinks it's great that I do that. She probably wouldn't mind if I took a sales job, 10 years ago where I'd make 5 times as much. But anyways, I did get offered a financial sales job, like selling annuities and insurance and stuff like that from one of my buddies that met in the gym sometimes back in the day. And anyways, it would have been a lot more money. But, I just really love teaching, and that's what I want to do. So that's what I do. And so she supports that, but we have to have her job. I don't have any health care. I don't have it's nothing, no benefits. I don't even have a parking pass or a gym pass or anything at the university where I'm going. And that's standard at all universities for adjuncts. So she has to have a good job, all right? So until she finds a job down at this other location, she has to stay here with my daughter, all right? And I recently, 2 weeks ago, did get signed by one of these universities that I wanted to work at in Tennessee. So that is 5 hours away. All right. We can't really afford 2 rents or 2 mortgages. And, I need to be up here helping out with our daughter. My wife works a lot. I need to help take care of the daughter, clean the house, just hang out with my wife, go do things, go watch, movies or go out to dinner or whatever sometimes, right? I need to be here. I can't just be, I could maybe be absent if I just couch surfed or found some really, really cheap living arrangements or just like slept in my office or, told a student if they let me sleep in their dorm that I would give them a free A or something. No, I wouldn't do that. But anyways, the main thing is she's gonna have to stay here. I have to go down there to teach, and then I have to go back. So it's 5 hours one way to get down to this place. Okay. And so I arranged with the place that I'm working to only teach classes on Tuesday and Thursday every week. So what I'm going to do, and that's starting on August 23rd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive down there early Tuesday morning. I'm going to have to leave my house probably about 6 a.m. or so. My classes don't start, fortunately. They were nice enough with the schedule where my classes don't start officially until, I think, 12:40. So I go from like 12:40 to 5 on Tuesday, Thursday, teaching 3 classes. And but I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, a 5-hour drive, anything could happen. There could be an accident on the interstate. There could be some adverse weather. There could be any number of just weird things happening. There could be construction. So I have to, even though it's only a 5-hour drive, I really have to make it about 6 hours or so to make sure that I get down there on time. So I'm going to have to get up and leave around, like 6 or 6:30 a.m. Early Tuesday morning. And then I'm going to stay down there with a relative on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then I have to teach classes again on Thursday, and then I get out at 5, probably get something to eat or whatever. Then I've got to drive back. So that's another 5 hours back. Okay, so that's kind of how it is. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'm still going to be at my current house, at my current location. All right, so that's kind of the commute that I'm working with here. Now, the place that I'm staying, I will not be able to stream. Okay, the relative that I'm staying with, they go to sleep really early. They have a small child. Due to the living arrangement situation, I would just disturb them too much. I think. We didn't really push the issue or whatever, but it would not work out to stream at this place. They don't have a really reliable internet connection. It's just not going to work. And they're nice enough to let me stay anyway, so I really don't want to intrude on them. I want to be as invisible as possible. I mean, we'll talk. We'll hang out. We'll go eat some dinner. We'll have some fun. They're really cool people, but, I don't want to intrude as much as I can, right? I want to be really low-key most of the time. So I'm probably just going to be, grading essays, doing some lesson planning, stuff like that on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I can't stream from that location. So I'm not going to be able to stream Tuesday and Wednesday until my wife gets a job down there. Now, once my wife gets a job, we'll start the wheels in motion we have to sell the house we currently have so that we would have enough money to buy a house down there. So we'll have to get this house sold once she gets the job, and then we'll have a house down there, and then there's going to be this transition period. I'm not sure how long that's going to be. That rarely lines up really neatly. I might have to stay, over at this relative's place while we're in transition there, depending on the closing timings. It can get really weird. But in general, like, there might be a week or two where I can't stream at all during that interim. We'll see. But I'll let you know when that time comes. But then after sort of that transition period, then we'll be back to standard streaming, right? Where I'll stream pretty much every night, and I'll come up with a new time for it. Now, I do have a lot more friends and family down there, so it's more likely that, when we get moved in down there, that I would, either have a later start time or just not stream on either Friday or Saturday, sometimes when I'm hanging out with them. But we can worry about all that down the line. And most of the time, 90% of the time, 99%, we'll be back to the standard streaming around 9:30 until 2:30. Okay, so this is just temporary. It's just until my wife gets a job down there, but we don't know when that's going to be. So that's why I'm just laying this out here for you guys. So the stream will still go on. I'm still going to have content for you. I'm still going to time release stuff like guides, patch notes, tier list, individual champion videos. I'm going to store up some of those. So I'm going to have fresh stuff for you coming out every day. Warhammer is still going to have an episode every day coming out. I'll stockpile a bunch of those. So you'll still have stuff. There just will not be a live stream on certain days. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the timing's going to be a little weird on the other days. Okay, so here is what the stream schedule should look like most of the time. Okay, so no stream Tuesday, Wednesday. Remember, this is starting on the 23rd. There's a special schedule this week, which I'll talk about at the end. But there's no stream Tuesday, Thursday. And then Monday, I'm going to stream from about 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. And this is all Eastern Standard Time. So I know Sammy's not going to like this. I know there will be some other people, international viewers, that will not like this time too much. But that's what I have to do because I have to get some sleep. So that would allow me to go to sleep around 10 or 10:30. And then I would get up at like 6 or so. And so that'll put me at about 8 hours. I could push it maybe a little bit later and do something like, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., something like that, and get like 7 hours of sleep. But we'll see. It's going to be something like this, 6 or 7 until around 11 on Mondays. Okay, and then Thursdays, I'm going to be arriving back late. Now, this one can be pretty variable, right? So it depends on whether or not some students want to meet with me after class to talk about things or like what's going on. But my class gets out, I believe, at 5 p.m., and it's a 5-hour trip. So I'm just allowing an hour here to like meet with a couple of students after class, grab a bite to eat, hit the road, maybe hit some traffic, stuff like that. So I should be back around 11. You can always follow me at the Strat Prof. I'll go ahead and put that on here. At the Strat Prof on Twitter, and I will announce what's going on each one of these days and when I'm going to start streaming. So I'll try to give you guys some notice on Twitter. You can also follow me on Facebook, the Strategy Professor on Facebook, and you'll also get the same announcements that come to Twitter. But this is just kind of ballpark, and we'll see how it goes. But I think these times are doable. Around 6 to 10, maybe 11. We'll see how it goes. I should get back around 11 p.m., and then I'll stay for, 4 or 5 hours. So Sammy will like this one. I think, and international viewers will like this one because it'll be a little bit later. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday should be the same thing, around 9:30 to 2:30 a.m. Okay, so I'm still releasing new content. This is the stream. It might change when I move down there. It definitely will change. If this isn't working out, if there's something else, if I need to adjust the times a little bit, then I'll let you know with that. But we're kind of seeing how this goes. As far as viewer night goes, obviously we can't do viewer night on Tuesday if I'm out of town, so I think it'll probably be Sunday. If people really want to do it on like Friday or Saturday, we could, but once again, I might have to reschedule that if, I'm going out with some friends or my wife wants to go to dinner or something like that. That's why I don't like to schedule stuff Friday and Sunday. I usually, 90% of the time, I usually on Saturday and Friday do end up, streaming anyways, but I just like to reserve that time just in case. But, if people really want to do it Friday or Saturday, we can. And I think I'm going to change the format up a little bit just because we haven't had huge turnouts recently. We still have about 100 members on the channel, but, recently we'll have maybe 6 show up or something for members night. So we'll see how it goes. If we have 5 people that want to play, we'll keep playing it. But we'll see how it is. If I'd like to give everybody 3 games. Permitted within the time frame of the stream. So if someone shows it at the last minute, like right before the stream's about to leave, we may not be able to do 3 games for that. But I would like to try to give everybody, 3 games if I can. But I think if we have less than 4 people, so if we don't have a full group and everybody's already played 3 times, I think maybe going into ranked would be okay. I know that people like to watch ranked whenever we do a viewer night. That's usually about half, not quite half, but maybe a third less viewers than a standard stream. Just because people like to see me play ranked. So we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear, but I'm thinking we might do some viewer night and some ranked hybrid once people have played a lot on viewer night. But if people want to keep playing, I can do that, right, on viewers night. So I'm just trying to find a way to balance. It's like, okay, well, it seems like people don't care as much about viewer night, so maybe we could do some more ranked, and so on and so forth. So now, there might be a couple of caveats to the schedule. I'll let you all know. I do conferences with students, and that each conference is about 15 minutes. I'm going to have over 60 students, probably. And I can do 3 conferences an hour, 3 15-minute conferences, and 1 break per hour, just in case somebody's late or I need to go to the bathroom or whatever. I've learned it's really important that you give that little break in time so that you can catch up with people, or you run over or something. Somebody has a really complicated essay that you want to talk about, and you spend an extra 5 minutes talking with them. If you don't schedule that break, you'll be behind all day if you ever get behind. And I've made that mistake before, and it feels real bad. So you got to only do 3 per hour. So that means that's 20 hours of conferences, basically. So if I do that, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do that. So on a conference week, there might not be a stream on Thursday. So I might have to stay down there an extra day and just do, so that'd be 20 hours of conferences over 2 days. I can cancel 1 class for it. I mean, I might be able to do them all Wednesday, Thursday. That would be from and then I would have to have a lunch break and probably a dinner break. So I could start at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. And then go until 8 p.m. and do that 2 days in a row, 2 12-hour blocks of all conferences. I might go crazy if I do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. So that should only happen 3 times per semester, I believe, for the conferences. But it's something that I really like to do, and it does take up extra time. But it'd be really, really hard to fit those into 2 days. I don't want to have to cancel 2 days for conferences. I could do that and then just do them on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But it'll be really tight. So on conference days, I may not stream on Thursday, and we might just have to do Friday instead. But I'll keep you posted about that. That shouldn't be relevant for probably at least another month or so. And we might even be moved down there by then, so who knows. But anyways, okay, that's going to be it. So thank y'all very much. I appreciate you sticking with me. And, even through kind of this jumble up and through kind of just the last few months, I know have been a little rough as far as channel viewership, and just League in general has lost some viewers in terms of, people are playing Fortnite, people are mad about the AD carry changes, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all sticking with me, even though League has definitely dropped into the number 2 game now. It's taken a little bit of a backseat to Fortnite. I still think it's a really good long-term game. I still think it's the best strategic team game out there. So I think it's got a lot of long-term potential. I'm sticking with League. I'm not going to switch over to Fortnite or anything else. I'll still do some Warhammer, on the side. I know we have a lot of Warhammer fans, but I appreciate everyone sticking with me through all this. And then also me, being kind of stuck at Platinum 5 for a while. I knew we'd have another chance, and we did get to Platinum 3 in the last 2 days, so that's pretty good. I think we'll have another shot at Diamond. We were Platinum 1, earlier on in the season. So we'll get our chance back, but I appreciate everyone kind of being patient with me and chilling. And if I'm not playing your favorite champ, if I'm spamming Fiddlesticks or Rakan or Janna or whatever it is, and you really want to see me play Alistar or Braum or whatever, I try to sneak that stuff in whenever I can, but realistically, it's hard for me to climb. It's harder if I don't, play the whatever I think the primetime champions are. So I appreciate everyone just being so awesome on the channel with me all the time, and through all the trolls and, the... like I said, kind of the decline in League viewership and all of that stuff. I really appreciate everybody. I think it's the best community on YouTube. So thank y'all very much for being awesome and, being patient with me as we work our way back up through the climb. And League has its ups and downs, and now I'm having to change my schedule around a little bit. But, I'll keep bringing as much content as I possibly can, help you become a better player, build a cool community here, keep you up to date on everything that's going on with the patch notes, what you can expect with the tier list. So, yeah, thank y'all very much. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments section. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day.